by Mel. Hey. How's it going? How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm doing good. I made a mistake. I made some really good lunch and it's like knocked me out. So now I'm really sleepy. I've given myself the itis. Like moments before starting stream. So we're going to be playing Sleeeepy tonight. How's everybody doing? I've been told yesterday that my brand new super cool alerts all popped up at the same time. Which means I need to adjust the timings on them. Unfortunatamente. Hopefully we can get it right today, Amelia. I'm going to switch the times from, I think it was like 10 minutes, 25 minutes, and 45 minutes. We're going to try 15 minutes. We're going to try 37 minutes. And we're going to try 53 minutes. No. We're going to try 63 minutes. No. We're going to try 57 minutes. No. Yeah, no. 54 minutes. I don't know. How about 63 minutes? And we'll see if that does better. How does that sound? Fingers crossed. Let's keep our eyes on it today. Welcome everybody to Tuesday. What's happening, everyone? Hello, new folks. I saw some white boxes in there. What's up, everyone? My name is Melazand. You can call me Mel. Vampire, misfit, VTuber, former interdimensional bounty hunter, and professional voice actor, and very sleepy girl. Diamonds, welcome. Randall, welcome. Chuzla, welcome. Ace Face. Hex, welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here. Welcome for the first time to my chat. Hope you're having a great day. Diet Link, Iser, Nightwolf, Zuffins, Arclight, Shadow Infinite, Inertia, Mr. Brightside, Zero, Von Zeal, welcome. Poison Gecko, welcome. And thank you so much for the 24 months. Angel of Death, Antipathia, welcome. Karai, Screechin' Raptors themself. How's it going, friend? How are you? Amelia, welcome. Max Oblivion, welcome to my channel. How's it going? I hope you have fun here. Stick around. Lucky Wolf, Chatty, welcome. You downloaded Final Fantasy, say you literally barely started playing. Hey, you know what? In the grand scheme of things, like, I barely got anything done yesterday. We just had a really great hangout. I think if I'd been playing solo and just like working on the grind, we'd be further, but we were just kind of vibing for so much of yesterday. Wow, welcome. Mazex again, Tommy Too Savage, Fool's Bone just wandered in. Welcome Connor, welcome Angela, welcome Pigmaster. Chaotic, Lana, Prototype of Mars, Auxley, Thren, welcome. One might say you're doing spectacularly besides your homework. Oh boy. Study hard, focus up, you got this. I had the same problem. I did great in some classes and okay in others. Cario, good to see you again. Welcome, welcome. You just finished up yesterday's VOD. How early did you cut out yesterday, Cario? We went decently late. We didn't go as late as we've gone some other nights, but we went decently late last night. Anersha, thank you for gifting a sub to Chazla. Welcome, Revan. And Anersha, thank you for gifting a sub to Lana. Thanatos, Ranmus, welcome. Seismic, welcome, welcome, welcome. Barely got out of the city and killed 2 enemies. I'm like freshly sprouted. Yeah, get ready. They're going to water your ass. They've been drowning me in water. You're going to be gargling that shit. Shadow, welcome. Storm Divide, welcome. Zeri, welcome. I have played Warframe. I saw Zen in Warframe brand new, which is cool. And weirdly, I'm curious what shade of red she's using. She had a really decent looking shade of red. I have bought a lot of shader packs in Warframe. I have never found a good shade of red. All the ones that I try end up looking a little brown to me. I think my problem might be that I go for too dark a red. When like, even if you look at my model, I feel like my model, tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I give dark red, but I think that it's a trick of the brain. Because it's actually a pretty bright red. There's just a lot of black surrounding it. And because there's so much black, I feel like that ends up making the overall vibe give dark red, even though the actual shade of red is brighter. So I might need to get back into Warframe at some point and like try out some brighter reds instead of just sticking to the dark reds that end up being a little brownish. Yeah, it's because it's an accent. I feel like the overall vibe feels like dark red. But the color itself is not a dark red. It's very good artistry. And you forget that sometimes. And weirdly, it could just be my eyes, but weirdly, I feel like you can get away with darker blues and have it feel very vibrant, whereas a lot of darker reds just end up feeling brown to me. I don't know why that is. It might just be my eyes. Like my eyes might just be broken.
I see a black door and I want to paint it red. ... That's how the song goes. Right?
I'll give you a black door right here. Ignore me? Screeching Raptors, how are you doing? Did I see you yesterday? Did I see you at all yesterday? We were playing all day yesterday. We started at 2 p.m. We ended at like a little after midnight. What do you think? I want to say it was like a little after midnight when we ended. Something like that. Female eyes have one more color receptor than males do, so females can see more colors. Is that true? Am I broken? Am I broken? I don't know. What's weird is like I've never had like a red color blindness. I have a little bit of like color sensitivity issues around like certain shades of desaturated blue and green. Sometimes if it's too desaturated, I can sometimes confuse like really desaturated blues and greens. But weirdly enough, in a lot of video games, yeah, there have been games where like I go for dark red or dark blue instead of dark red because the red just doesn't look vibrant enough for me. I may just not understand the color theory enough. And I do think that I tend to try to like go for dark red versus doing what Nano did with me, which is like have something predominantly black and then accent it with a brighter red. Because all the examples I gave Nano were like super dark crimson. And yet here we are. Like, I don't know if I've told you guys this, but in my original, let me see if I can find it. In my original mood boards, I had little folders for like everything. From like mouth to fangs to eyes to hair, like every little bit of inspiration. And see if I can find this. I'm trying to like bring it up real quick so I can show you. And there were like a couple of exceptions. But for my eyes, I had like one reference. I had like exactly one reference for my eyes. Some people usually have like, oh, these fangs from this character, cool. These fangs from this character, cool. A couple of different hairstyles from different characters. And then for my eyes, I had exactly one reference. And it was just like dozens of pictures of Kaguya was my main reference for my eyes. Just picture after picture after picture of Kaguya. So I was very singular-minded when it came to that. And I think I'm a little brighter than hers are, but I do feel like we captured sort of the same. We captured a little bit of that. I feel like we captured a little bit of it. Also, there just aren't enough VTubers out there with red eyes, and so I wanted to be one of the exceptions. There are plenty of VTubers with red eyes, I'm sure, but at least in the ones that I followed, I was like,
Oh, Kawaii Koto.
I was like, I see a lot of ambers, a lot of greens, a little blue, but weirdly like a lot of green and amber. And I'm like, I see almost no one with red. We're going to do red. We got red. And we did a good job with it. There aren't enough of us. And I feel like the few that there are all pretty badass.
Meliz and Love.
Can't believe I've never noticed this. How did I miss this? Melizan was in Rio Rainbow Gate, and I played Risa Rollins. I did. That was like one of my very first anime bookings ever. I kind of hated that performance. I hope it sounded good. It was so long ago that when I go back and I listen to it, I'm like, oh God, I can't. The acting's terrible. But it's all right. It came out okay. I was doing weird things with my pronunciation back then because I think I was overthinking it. So like I was pronouncing all my R's like V's because I was trying to be mysterious, and it's like no one does that. So all of my like Rios were like Vrio. It's like Vrio. There's this older anime called Rio Rainbow Gate, and it's kind of like a weird fantasy, semi-magic, mysterious anime that revolves around a casino and incredible dealers. But the game also like the show also like confuses, like some of them will be playing like what do you call it, like playing blackjack, even though they're technically dealers. So sometimes the dealers end up playing and they compete in things, but there's like a whole mystery about like the main character's mother's missing and I'm the mother. All I remember was, and I know, kind of a controversial figure to bring up, but all I remember is this one scene. Vic Mignogna was in it. And I just remember like the silliest scene where they're using like this enormous water slide of a thing to play like the biggest game of roulette ever. And Vic's character is like doing insane mathematical calculations to figure out how to throw this ball or something. And he's going, and I don't remember the line, but he's like, going like 36 degrees multiplied by this, and we have to calculate for the trajectory and blah, 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 which gives us a perfect 45-degree angle to land on the blah, 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 which should give us a perfect accuracy to land exactly where I wanted. And then he's like about to throw it, and then he looks up and he's like, I forgot to calculate the Band-Aid on my ring finger. That adds 3 degrees. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's that kind of anime. It's that kind of anime. He's like, he's got a Band-Aid on his ring finger, which adds 3 degrees that he has to account for in the way he throws it. Doing my best, worst Vic impression. Rio Rainbow Gate. And I played Risa Rollins, who sounded like me, albeit a slightly less experienced actor. But then I put on a mask at one point, and it's this very like more like mischievous, like lower sort of like this kind of a voice, because it's supposed to be like, hiding my identity, even though it's like it gets way more androgynous and towards like masculine when the mask is on, so you really don't know it's me. I'm surprised Axel's talent would work well against Axel, since Axel has a lot of poison resistance. Are you using it with the rare trinket to give vulnerability, or are you using something else? Someday I'm going to meet everyone who actually does that. I'm going to say I'm very proud of you. You're very smart. I sound sarcastic, but I'm being genuine. But now shut up. There's a, it makes me think of, God, was it Kids in the Hall? It's like such a dated sketch, but there's like this Kids in the Hall comedy sketch of the person who has like a medical condition where they always sound sarcastic. And they're like at a party and this person's like, oh, I'm really happy to meet you. And the guy's like, what? Did I say something wrong? And they're like, no, not at all. I'm so excited to talk to somebody. And he's like, okay, well, you don't have to be a dick about it. And he's like, no, I'm not being a dick. I've been so lonely at this party and your company is exactly what I wanted. And eventually the guy's like, okay, well, fuck you, man. Like, you don't have to be an asshole. I'm out of here. And then it like closes in on them and they're all alone and to nobody. They're like, man, why can't I make any friends? And you're like, oh, you're being genuine. You're so lonely. It is a medical condition. It was such a great sketch. You have to be willing to go along with them for the ride, though, because like there's never a moment that they're like actually genuinely sounding upset or sad. It's just by the end when they're like all by themselves that you're like, wait a minute. I think that was real. I think that was actually real. It's a Dave Foley sketch. Hey, Graph Moonlight, welcome to my channel. How's it going? Tone is so evil. Yeah. It's one of those sketches that has stuck with me forever. No, not a bad thing at all, Shadow. Not a bad thing at all. There are a couple of roles. It's so interesting. Like my intention is never ever to like make anyone feel bad about liking some old work of mine. It's so interesting because like, we grow and we develop as we go through our career. And I feel like, if you don't look back at old work and go like, oh man, I could do that so much better today, then like you're not growing. And I feel like a lot of actors, at least this sounds like I'm patting myself on the back. I feel like I'm patting myself on the back saying this. Please take this with a grain of salt. I feel like most good actors will look back at old work and be like, oh, I could do that better now. Like I've improved a lot since then. So I go back and I watch some of my old stuff and I'm like, ah. And some of them are like big roles people love. Like Demaria in Fairy Tale. Like a lot of people love that work. Man, I want to go back and remaster the shit out of that. I could give like a 10x performance on that now, but people really like what's there. You know, like what's there works really well for people. I still think I could cook if you let me back in. Like I could make it 10 times better. 7 years ago. I know. I've done so little, but I've done some cool things. I gotta say, I feel like I worked on a lot more anime when I was in Dallas, and it makes sense because Crunchyroll is out there. Los Angeles is a lot harder to build momentum in, and so I feel like I've done so little. I've done so little in that space since I've got out to Los Angeles. I've done a lot more video game work. You know, not like a lot of named characters. Obviously, there's Catalyst in Apex Legends, but like, you know, a lot of the stuff I do, I come in and I'll be like a soldier for somebody. I'll do like background work for a video game, and a lot of those gigs. Oh, it's happening at the same time. Why are they posting at the same time? That was Clip Me, and that was TTS. So that was the one that's on 15 minutes, and the one that's on 63 minutes. What the hell, man? I want to try something. We're going to try something crazy. Okay? We're going to change it real quick. Okay? Yep. And this might be a catastrophe. I'm sorry if this is a catastrophe. I am going to take all of them out of their groups, so they're all working off the same default timer. It's going to take a second. But when I'm done, there will not be like, oh, these ones play every 15 minutes, these ones play every hour. It'll be one list, and every 10 minutes or 20 messages, it will say something, but nothing should double post. And we'll see how it goes. It might be a disaster. I apologize in advance if it's a disaster. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, no, I mean, I think since coming to LA, it's, you know, I hate feeling I hate feeling sorry for myself, but I feel like it's been a lot harder to get work in anime. I feel like maybe just because there's so much less happening, a lot of studios tend to play favorites. Like there haven't been a ton of opportunities. Whereas when I was in Dallas, I feel like even though I felt like I wasn't doing as much as I hoped I could be doing, I do feel like there were a lot more opportunities. Now that I'm in LA, I've gotten a lot more video game gigs. And the cool thing about video game gigs is they pay a lot more. So like they're taking better care of me by and large. But man, there's like so much stuff that comes out every season and I don't work on any of it. And they all still know I'm here. You know? It's given me a lot of perspective on, you know how like sometimes, sorry, and I don't want to make myself sound, I'm not trying to make myself sound washed, all right? But like, it's given me a lot of perspective on like sometimes you'll sit around and you'll like think of an actor who you haven't seen in anything in a while and you'll be like, where the hell did that guy go? I guess they decided to stop working or something. Maybe they retired, you know, maybe they like went off to their island or whatever. And the truth is like they might still be out there taking swings every day, and just for whatever reason, the industry is cold to them. It also makes me think about people like Charlie, Moist Critical. I'm familiar with Billy Kametz. I rest in peace. Because I know actors like Charlie, I know that he, you know, sometimes you'll see he'll be in something. People be like, wait, what? Moist Critical is in something? And then you find out like, oh no, he's an actor. And he like considers himself an actor, but he's kind of just like living in the world of content creation. But he's still taking swings at stuff, you know? And so, yeah, I don't know. It's given me a lot of perspective about that, how sometimes, like, there could be people out there, like, when I used to do anime all the time, and there could be people out there that are like, yeah, I don't know, I guess Melizan quit or something. And it's like, no, Melizan didn't quit. Melizan is submitting dozens of things all the time and is just waiting for people to care. And in the meantime, I follow the work that finds me. And for me right now, a lot of that is this. This has been more immediate, more in my control, more exciting, more engaging. And it's honestly been taking better care of me. This and some of my video game work have been supporting me for the most part. That being said, I do still have a recurring character in Rurouni Kenshin. And I'm looking forward to coming back for Kenshin in the next season. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it'll be nice to be in the studio again for something consistent, and maybe, you know, hopefully cross my fingers that creates some momentum to do other stuff. Titan, I would have you voice in my own projects. Hey, you know what? I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like the fans have much broader tastes than the studios. Because I have people all the time tell me that they want to hear me working on stuff. I think it's just like the studios and the casting directors that are pretty close-minded sometimes. Is it? It is. We were talking about, as she hides it under the rug real quick, we were talking about inspirations, and Kaguya was a big source of inspiration for my eyeballs. I have Kaguya eyes. Yeah. Yeah, it's not uncommon. And I mean, like, they're all good actors, you know, like, no one wants to take work from whoever. I'm not going to name names. But yeah, a lot of studios do tend to play it safe. But I think a bigger problem is that Crunchyroll only works locally, which means that if you're in Los Angeles, like, there are still studios. There's like Dubbing Brothers. There's Bang Zoom. There's a couple of studios. There's some stuff like Netflix, Ayuno stuff that does work out here. But, like, I mean, far and away, the lion's share of anime, at least, happens in Dallas. And they are very strict about only working with people who live in Dallas. So unless you're one of, like, you know, the 3 actors that are successful enough that they can afford to fly back and forth between Los Angeles and Dallas constantly, if you're just, like, living out in Los Angeles, they are not going to cast you. They don't want you. Hope you get to do more work in not just mainstream, but any project. Yeah, yo, I mean, fuck, I would love to work on a Glitch production. Are you kidding me? There's indie gigs out there that I would love to do. I think it would be so much fun. Yeah, you never know. You never know. People know where I am. People can find me. Hey, Rose. Hello. Speaking of voice acting, I just bought a giant stack of acoustic panels so I can record in my room. Amelia, can I tell you something? I have to do that too. I want to touch up my room. I'm not fully satisfied with the way I sound right now. So I need to get 1, 2, 3. I need to get maybe 3 more, like 2x4, 2-inch wedge acoustic foam panels. I'm also considering, it'll make my room look so ugly, but I'm also considering getting, like, an acoustic blanket to seal my door, which basically is like hanging a curtain rod over the door to my bedroom and hanging a thick blanket in front of the door. You know, as if my bedroom isn't hot enough with 2 PCs in it. But it's on my list of things I want to do to try and make it sound better in here. I see you all noticing my belly. I see you all appreciating and worshiping the belly. I see that. I see your little eyeballs
So
in chat.
yesterday
I
I
see
went
you.
looking
I
through
see
all
you.
the old CDs I have because I wanted to see if I had any Red Hot Chili Peppers. There weren't any there, but I found that I do have a random Much Music CD which just so happened to have the exact song I was looking for. I spent the next 40 minutes listening to Other Side by the Red Hot Chili Peppers from the Much Music Shiny Big Songs Volume 5 CD.
Nice. I love Red Hot Chili Peppers. I approve. I approve of Red Hot Chili Peppers. I discovered them when I was a little bit older. I don't know, for whatever reason, I wasn't into them when all my friends were listening to them. And then one day, a little older, I gave them another chance and I was like, fuck, this is good. Where have I been? This is like incredible musicianship. Like, why did I rebel against this when I was in high school or whatever? Fucking love Green Day. We were talking about Red Hot Chili Peppers, but to Lucky Wolf, I fucking love Green Day. I've also recently got turned on to, not a lot by them, but because I saw them in concert, I got turned on to Taking Back Sunday, who I had not listened to almost at all growing up. And then I saw them because they were playing with Coheed and Cambria, and they opened for Coheed and Cambria, and I was like, wait, some of this is like really fucking good. What the hell? And he's also a really great showman. Like, really great performer on stage. Well, yeah, right. You had to, like, you know, at least back in my day when I was a child, you had to commit to fucking buying an album, buying a fucking CD, which means it's got to be damn good to be worth spending that money on versus just like whatever. I open up Spotify or like even fuck Spotify, like open up YouTube and just like find a song on YouTube and listen to it, you know? Yo, Mochi saying, what's happening? Welcome to my channel. I appreciate the advice. I'm leaning towards Warrior, but we'll see. We'll see what happens once I get up into the higher levels. R/were you the type who gets disinterested in things if something is too hyped? I am absolutely someone who starts to just implicitly hate something if it's overhyped. Case in point, the game we're playing tonight. But no, I've done that with a lot of things. I did that with Red Hot Chili Peppers. I did that with Foolie Cooley. I did that with, yeah, like I didn't watch Foolie Cooley for years because people wouldn't shut the fuck up about it and how fucking brilliant the pillows were. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. I don't want to watch this bullshit. I saw like one clip where a guy had like a giant wart on his forehead and a robot came out of the wart. And I'm like, this looks stupid. And then I watched it later and I was like, actually, it's pretty good though. Actually, that was really good. Yeah, no, I do that naturally. If people are too like, I feel like I'm just being a fucking snowflake about it. But I feel like the two things that get me like that are if something is way too overhyped, or if something becomes like an in-group thing that gets applied to me. I reject it. I run the other way. I don't necessarily abandon the thing, but I will fight back hard on the implication. You know, like so to take like a really milquetoast one, if you're like, oh, you like playing whatever, like, oh, you rolled Blood Elf because you're a girl, like all the girls play Blood Elves. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna beat you up in the parking lot, like fuck you. Like, no. Or if they're like, well, because you're one of the gays, I find it surprising you haven't played Fallout New Vegas. I'm like, well, I want to play Fallout New Vegas less. And I am a proud member of the gays, but I also don't like being in a club. So if that's like a club thing, I don't want it. And I'll probably play it at some point. It'll be great, and I'll fucking love it. But I don't know. I just don't like, and it's weird because I feel like that's a very individual thing. I think some people really find solace and find like a sense of belonging in like that, like in-group community thing. I've always been the opposite. I'm like, no, get that the fuck away from me. I always go running the other direction if it becomes like a thing. I don't know. I'd be curious about the psychology behind that because, like, I know just as many people that are like me, and I know just as many people who are like, no, they will, they'll tattoo the pride flag on their forehead. They'll actually tattoo it so it looks like it's wrinkly and has all the squares, like they didn't iron it out after they bought it. And I am not that person. I am not that person. I was like that with Girls Play Healers and WoW, and then Final Fantasy XIV, I mained my white mage for the first 60 levels. Here, you want to hear a power couple? Zuffins and I. Zuffins was originally a rogue. I used to play a rogue. Zuffins went Disc Priest. A little bit of Shadow Priest, mostly Disc Priest, but like main healer Disc Priest. And I played like all manner of tank. And we were like an unstoppable fucking duo in World of Warcraft for a good minute. We did everything together. He's healing. I'm taking punches to the face. We're kicking ass. Sayu was talking about that last night after we raided. Sayu was talking about like which classes the boys and the girls each play and how bullshit that is. That's how it was with Game of Thrones. I'm glad I never watched it since it ends terribly. Yeah, I mean, I would challenge that, Vampiro. I don't think that because something fumbles at some point means that you should never experience it, because that kind of feels like I'm aiming for the heart right now. I don't mean for this to be as much of a critical as it might be, but I'm aiming for the heart a little bit. I do think a little bit of that is like protecting yourself from pain. That's the idea that like, because there's a chance that like a relationship might break up, that means I should never date, because you're like trying to save yourself from being hurt someday. And so you deny yourself the love and the joy of the things that come before that. I don't necessarily subscribe to that. That's like saying, never watch Firefly because it got canceled, but Firefly is a brilliant show. And you go into it knowing it got canceled and kind of knowing that by the end of it, you're going to be upset that it doesn't continue. But those 12 episodes are still brilliant. And I feel like I'm better for them for watching them. And I would say that a lot of Game of Thrones is phenomenal. By the end, it's like, a lot of issues with the choices that characters made at the end. But a lot of it is great. A lot of it's awesome. It's like dealing damage from around the corner like a little menace. I like playing Rogue. I mean, I really liked Rogue. For me, like perma-stealth. Obviously, like in combat, you're out of stealth, but like perma-stealth, especially in World of Warcraft and the Old Republic, was amazing. I love the Rogue class fantasy. But for me, ultimately, it became about playstyle. And I fell in love with tank too much. I like being in control over the fight, positioning the fight, taking care of my DPS, giving them careful fight control, the likes of which I never get from my tanks. I'm like, I'm going to be the change I want to see. That kind of shit. Like, that I had to choose between like the class fantasy and the overall gameplay experience. And so I end up always landing on tank. But goddamn, if there were a perma-stealth tank, the Old Republic had it. I played Sith Assassin, which was that. Like, it was like out of combat. It was like Rogue. You could be permanently stealthed. You could pick and choose your fights while in tank spec. God, I wish another game would do that. WildStar did that. Rip WildStar. But But WoW never did that. And as far as I can tell, Final Fantasy doesn't do that. I think I just like, I don't know, maybe it's like the weird people watcher in me. Like, I wasn't out there like ganking people in PvP zones. Like, I just liked knowing no one could see me. Like, I could choose not to be perceived. And I would be sitting there like on top of a lamppost, or hell, one time on a really congested WoW server, I snuck my ass into, I did this thing, like I went to Elwyn Forest and I went to the Goldshear Inn and I like sprinted past all the guards up the stairs and found like the perfect place on the stairs that I could pop vanish so that they would all reset and nothing would aggro me. And then I could get on the banister of the staircase and jump from the banister of the staircase on the main level up to the top of a bookshelf. And on the bookshelf, I was outside of detection of anybody in the inn unless they like walked face first up to the bookshelf and jumped. And there was a humongous roleplay event going on in there. And it's a PvP server. It was like an RP PvP server. There was a humongous roleplay event going on in there. We're talking like 100 players were cramped in this tiny inn. And I was sitting on top of the bookcase, opposite faction stealthed, and no one could see me. And I couldn't understand what they were saying because of the language barrier. But it was fucking awesome. That's the shit. That's the class fantasy that made me love Rogue so much. Like, just choose to not be perceived whenever the hell I want. I thought that was so much fun. Grumptopus, welcome to my channel, Wildstar. Rip Wildstar. Hey, Vorpal, you and I played Wildstar for about 5 minutes. I remember really liking the concept of it. We both played like little cat girls that could stealth. That was a fun game. And also, like, what a fun marketing campaign. Like, you could tell the people working on that game really liked that game. They were having a lot of fun with all their marketing. Silver Fox, welcome to my channel. How's it going? Eric Dragon Knight, Mr. Boladenko, welcome, welcome. I think I immediately spent money. Wow, something's never changed. I barely played Wildstar and I immediately gave them like $60 for a hoverboard, and then I stopped playing the game, and then they canceled the game, and it's probably my fault. Ryuko Coded Kaguya Eyes mentions Wildstar in 2026. Melazan might be peak. Melazan might be old. That might just be me being ancient. But you know what? I like it here, and I don't want to go anywhere, so you can't get rid of me. I'm not going anywhere. Showstopper, welcome. At least until people kick me out. At least until such a time that, you know, everyone decides I'm like weirdly like too old and disconnected and they all leave. Don't leave. I love the idea of, I mean, I play a lot of ranged characters. I love bow combat. I just haven't found an archer character in most MMOs that I've liked. And I don't know if it's because like I'm like one of those players that always plays like a fighter spec archer because I don't want like tracking and nature shit, and I don't need a pet. Like, I just want to be a brilliant ranged combatant. A lot of games, they couple that with something, some element of fantasy I don't like. Like, I'm not crazy about the idea that that's a bard in Final Fantasy. And I'm not crazy about the fact that it requires you to have a pet class. You know, you have to play Hunter in World of Warcraft. For a minute, by the way, I've heard that it's okay. But here's the thing. And it's completely like a matter of principle. I heard that for a minute, They redid the hunter specs in World of Warcraft so that Beastmaster leaned in really hard on their pets. Like they could summon multiple pets at a time. They were really cool. And then you have what was it? No, it was Mark's Beastmaster. And what's the last one? Oh God, what's the third hunter spec? Vorpal, you would know this. What's the third hunter spec? Beastmaster, Marksman. Trap? Survival. Yeah. And Survival Hunter, they leaned in on melee. Like you were like using spears and shit. And like it was very predominantly melee. So it had a very different flavor. And then for a minute, they said, we're going to take the pet away from marksmanship. So it's a complete petless build. And then at the last minute, they fucking pussied out and they put the pet back and they made it a talent. So you can talent into like Lone Wolf or something. And if you toggle off the pet, you get a buff. And maybe it's fine. From one patch to the next, it might be fine. But I hated that concept that they couldn't commit because here's the thing. They're never going to balance the game around one talent point. But I could see them pressuring themselves into balancing the game around an entire spec. They didn't used to. Don't get me wrong, like classic World of Warcraft, you know, like who fucking played Prot Pally, who fucking played Guardian Druid. But in the current day, in World of Warcraft, sorry, yeah. I could see them balancing around an entire spec. But here's the thing. If it's a single talent point, the moment it's like, oh yeah, no one uses no pet in PvP, it's not viable. You're going to be like, well, if I spec out of pet, I'm not going to be strong. Like, you know, I'm not going to be optimal in PvP. Like it doesn't work. And it's a lot easier for Blizzard to be like, well, then spec back into pet. Whereas if it's the entirety of the marksman spec, I feel like they'd be more pressured to be like, okay, we got to balance that. So I don't know. When I heard that they pussied out on the whole like permanent no pet marksmanship thing, I was like, okay, never mind. Because I would love to play a ranged character. I've yet to see a ranged character in an MMO that really scratches that itch the right way. I don't know. I heard Ranger in BDO was okay. And the Archer in BDO was okay. Guild Wars 2? Well, it's funny you say that, actually, because in Guild Wars 2, I did play ranged. I started as a thief, and then I went Deadeye, which is a sniper, which was also my first class in the Old Republic. And they kind of copied the Old Republic. They do the same thing where like you take a knee and it roots you so you can't move, although I think they recently changed it in the past couple of years so you can. I loved that idea. Like you actually have to find a vantage point. You root yourself. You get the furthest range in the game and you do tons of damage. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I fucking love Deadeye in Guild Wars 2. I just didn't ultimately like the end game of Guild Wars 2 and I kind of burnt out quickly. But I do love the concept of it. And the Old Republic Sniper was great. Not to mention, it's been a while since I've played it. I have to go back and try it again. But if I remember correctly, the Imperial Agent that can become the sniper by the time you like finish leveling, I want to say had one of the most like celebrated as like the best story in that game. I think there were a couple that were competing, but I definitely remember the Imperial Agent having like one of the best stories in that game. Yeah. I'm not the only one. I'm so glad to hear that I'm not the only one. It was so fucking good. I never played a Jedi Knight. I didn't play a Republic at all. I played Sith Agent or Imperial Agent, and I played Sith Inquisitor. Is Inquisitor the one that became Assassin? I think it is. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about Inquisitor, but I think if you really like Sith lore, you'll be into it. To me, after playing the Imperial Agent, it was just less exciting to me to have it be like, you know, you're evil, but how evil can you be? Let's see how many people we can murder. And I'm like, okay, this is a little trite compared to the espionage and the Manchurian Candidate sleeper agent shit of Imperial Agent. But you know what? If I want to just be evil, I can play Sith Inquisitor, I guess. Oh, in the Old Republic, the classes aren't tied to the story anymore. You can be a trooper, sniper, or a Jedi using Sith stuff now. What? You can just be like a Jedi shooting Force lightning now? I mean, like, I know Starkiller did that, but like, what? Why? Did they eliminate the factions? Like, is it all just like play whatever you want, play together now? You can mix and match classes, so if you want to be a bad Jedi, you can now be able to look the part. Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm happy that they added Paladin to the Horde. I'm happy that they added Shaman to the Alliance. I do appreciate that. But I do wonder. You need a dark side 5 character to use Sith or Jedi. Right, they do have a morality system, and you can be a light side Imperial, or you can be a dark side. Because I think I was a light side Imperial. So you can be a Republic bounty hunter. I guess that makes sense. I do. All right, I will say this. I do feel like there was like the smuggler was not a perfect parallel to the sniper. So I could see it being frustrating. You know, like in World of Warcraft, at least, you know, post the Burning Crusade. In World of Warcraft, the worst you have to worry about is like, oh, my friends are playing Horde, and I guess I can play Blood Elf, but like I really wanted to play Dwarf, and nothing really feels like a dwarf on the Horde, so I don't like it. I hate that I'm not gonna like the way I look. Whereas like in the Old Republic, it's kind of like the equivalent of being like, oh, my friends are playing Alliance, but I can't play Shaman, and I want to play Shaman. And that I could see that being obnoxious. So I don't mind the switching around, although I will say this. It does introduce a little bit of the Blood Elf problem of like how the Blood Elves were decimated by the Scourge in World of Warcraft. So theoretically, they're supposed to be like, awesome, okay. Theoretically, they're supposed to be like, you know, almost no Blood Elves left. And then it becomes one of the most powerful, like one of the most populous races in the game. So it like completely undermines what's actually happening in the lore, that there's supposed to be almost no Blood Elves left, and now they're fucking everywhere. So Starkiller in Force Unleashed was such an anomaly, being able to use things like Force Lightning without it draining his soul and his spirit the way it did for, you know, Palpatine. Although arguably a lot of Palpatine's damage technically came as reflection off of Mace Windu's lightsaber, I think. But it's still supposed to drain you. Like, it's still supposed to, like, have like a physical tax on you. And, you know, so the moment you have, like, hundreds upon hundreds of Jedi running around shooting lightning, it's like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this, fam. Questions. You know what would be cool? And I have yet to see a game do this. World of Warcraft has come close. By the way, we've had enough people come in here and say shit about the very clearly advertised fact that we run 3-minute ads on this channel. I feel like I need to have like an exclamation point ads. Should we make something like that? Where like anyone can hit the exclamation point ads on like a 5-minute cooldown, and it just like puts an announcement in chat about the fact that we run 3-minute ads and it's not the end of the world. We're going to get past it. You're going to get over it. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this together. I'll hold your hands. And then we'll have a full hour together. I'm not running more ads than I have to. If I ran 4 minutes of ads, you'd still only get an hour of time together. If I run like 1.5 to 2 minutes of ads, we only get like 30 minutes together before another one has to play. So I've min-maxed it out so we get the maximum amount of uninterrupted time together, as long as I then don't have to go like take a shower in between the ads. But I feel like I need to put in like something that you guys can punch. Because I feel like we don't go a single stream where it doesn't come up. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Yes, we do run 3-minute ads on this channel, but it does give us a wonderful 50 minutes to an hour together that we get to hang out after that. I think it creates a better experience. I know some people don't like it, especially if we're in the middle of something juicy. I do try to wait if we're playing a game. If we're chatting, I might keep chatting, but yeah. You know what I'd love to see? And like no game does this. Like almost no game does this. Abby, what's happening? How are you? It's good to see you. Long time no speak. We're doing all right. We've been playing a lot of new games. We've been having fun. Have you been here since the debut? I forget. Welcome. Hi. World of Warcraft has done this. And I'm pretty sure Star Wars has done this. I mean, just look at Starkiller. But we play game after, we play expansion after expansion after expansion in World of Warcraft, where by the end of the expansion, Thrall is fighting alongside Jaina, is fighting alongside Vol'jin, rip Vol'jin, is fighting alongside, Sylvanas, sort of rip Sylvanas, although I think she's kind of back now. And yet in the game, it's just all PvP all the time. Like the concept is like we're always in conflict with the other faction. And I don't think we need to dissolve it so that like the whole of the faction is working together. But man, it would be so interesting. It would be so interesting if there was a really tough way, and I'm talking on the level for the old heads that know this, on the level of like the insane achievement, really convoluted, hard, demanding thing you could do. But if there was a process you could go through to actually switch factions, fully switch factions as an opposite faction race, I think that would be fucking cool. And don't even think about coming at me about like, well, how would they know in PvP? They're red. But it would be very cool to be able to do that. Like make it so you have to work for it. You really have to work for it, but make it possible. I think that would be very neat. And I feel like it would sort of semi-solve the problem, because like we rarely see the Alliance and the Horde or the Jedi and the Sith like fully cooperating on anything. There will be these individual moments, like little moments where like Ventress has to help out the good guys, or Maul has like an uneasy alliance with the good guys. And it's like individuals, which is very much the whole concept of like, being a singular player who goes through the steps to join another faction. Being the Thrall or the Jaina that kind of olive branches over. Or what's her name? That that really, I don't know, she barely played a role in the game, but there was art of her everywhere. Who was that blood elf, like the quintessential blood elf rogue in Bloodfang that was like the friend of Varian? Was like, there's like, this like the quintessential like piece of blood art, blood knight, blood elf art. If anyone remembers that, if anyone played that game and remembers that. Valera Sanguinar. Yeah, who I think was in the game for like 3 seconds in one of the quests. Maybe she did more later, but like she's barely been in the game in the grand scheme of things. But she was like she was in some of the stories and she's like the blood elf, like the quintessential blood elf. Imagine Maul having no choice but to team up with Obi-Wan. Maul would backstab him in the in the second the alliance is over. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Yeah, I mean, we did our interview like 3 years ago. I've been streaming steadily for 3 years since then. I've been debuted for about 6 months and change. So I'm still kind of like I'm now like I'm like a baby in the space again. But yeah, I've been doing this for 3 years and it's been working out. It's been working out slowly. There have been dips, there have been lulls, but we're having fun here. And it means so much to me to see new people come in every day. Like every single stream, I see new folks come in and say, hey, and that means so fucking much to me. If you're brand new here, you fucking rock. You're a badass. I hope you're having an awesome week. I really appreciate you giving me a chance. Or Bowser teaming up with Mario in several of the RPG games to take down even bigger villains, which if you think about it, is like an incredible partnership considering, you know, the love triangle. I also found out that the Maul voice actor in Clone Wars is the same guy who played Starkiller. Yeah, Starkiller was his very first experience in the Star Wars world, but Sam Witwer is a huge Star Wars nerd. There's a lot of clips you can find out there of him like fully geeking out on Star Wars and like fucking correcting things on set that like the writers forgot. And yeah, he came into Clone Wars as Darth Maul. He's done I think he's done Palpatine for something. Amazingly, it's almost always been Ian McDiarmid, who's just been like, he's just lived and breathed Palpatine for his entire life. But I think it has been Sam Witwer at some point. Kind of amazing if you think about it, because like back in the day, like in the 70s or whenever the originals came out, you know, Palpatine is this old, decrepit dude. And it's crazy to think that they had the foresight. It may not have even been intentional, but like they had the foresight, whether intentional or unintentional, to cast a very young man, Shakespearean actor, brilliant actor, Ian McDiarmid, to play Palpatine way back then. And they prostheticed him up to look ancient. And then it's just been paying dividends ever since. Because he's been playing the character for decades. Now he is Palpatine age, and he's still voicing the character, which is incredible. I mean, think about that. Like, when I watched those movies as a kid, I didn't know it was prosthetic. You know, like, I'm sure if I watched them as a teenager, I could probably tell, but like, I watched them as a child. My dad showed them to me. Hey, Yoon, what's happening? And so, like, as a child, I couldn't tell that it was prosthetic. I just thought it was like this super old, decrepit guy. And so then when the prequels came out, I distinctly remember thinking, I wonder who's going to play Palpatine now since he has to be younger. And I watched it and I'm like, oh, they found such a great actor to play the younger Palpatine. He sounds exactly the same. And it was actually years. I didn't care enough at that point. Like at that age, I still didn't care enough to like do research. It was years later that I was like, wait a minute. It's the same guy? How did they make him look so much younger? Oh, it was prosthetics. And he was really young. And now he's just a little older. And now he's still playing the character. It's brilliant. It's brilliant because to me, it's like such an accident. It would be so easy for them to have cast an older actor in the original movies who wouldn't be around for the later versions, and they'd have to, and maybe Sam Witwer would be playing the Emperor in later iterations. But yeah, it strikes me as like, because I can't imagine back when the original movies came out that George Lucas was like, we got to make sure it's a young guy, because they cast oh God, what's his name? Alec Guinness to play Obi-Wan. They didn't have like a young Obi-Wan hoping they could have him come back in so it's like, what a happy accident to be gifted this like incredible gift of having the same brilliant actor playing Palpatine for decades. I love that. I love that. I love that. Yeah, maybe they are really clones. Yeah, I know a lot of people feel really strongly about the sequel series, but is that Ian McDiarmid's fault? As a performer. What's wild about Ian McDiarmid is he's always brought this incredibly campy, incredibly theatrical performance, and it just works. Like, I could see it in the hands of another actor feeling corny or feeling bad. But I don't know, man just does it right. It's still camp, but it's so there's so much nuance there. Like, it's such a great performance despite being camp. He manages to make it work. They found the perfect fit for that character. I just found out. Okay, so my new series, the new thing I'm watching, I started last night. I'm going through Invincible for the first time. I'm very excited. No spoilers. It is very good. It's very good. There are a few exceptions where I'm like, okay, I feel like we went a little too television actor here, because there are a lot of really famous like television and film actors in it, and a couple of them don't quite hit the mark the way I hope that they would, where it kind of strikes me as like, I'm not sure how much voiceover you've done. But I would say by and large, like 85% of the cast sound incredible. And it's really good. Mark Hamill's in it. And I find myself as I'm watching this, every time I hear a character, I'm like 4 episodes in to season 1. I've barely gotten started. Maybe 5 episodes into season 1. Every time I hear a new voice, I'm like pausing it to look up who voices the character. And it's everybody. It's everybody. Like, it's mostly film and television actors. For better or worse, Like I said, maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 characters. I'm like, I think you might be new to voiceover. Like, this didn't really hit. But the vast majority of the characters on the show sound awesome and are doing a great job. I think my only gripe so far, and it may get explained later, it may not. I don't need it to be explained. But I think the weirdest one so far is Walter Goggins is in it. And for those that don't know, Walter Goggins plays the ghoul in Fallout 33. And it could be like some accident that happened that I'll learn about later. Don't spoil it. He plays this character that has this big scar on his face, but he looks really old. Like, he's an old looking man, and he sounds like a young man. So that's one of the few moments where I'm like, it's a great performance, but man, Walter Goggins' character does not sound the way he looks at all, and I have to just like look past it. It's a little strange. And it's one of those things where, like, you know, if we find out like something happened and that's why he has stringy white hair or whatever, part of me is almost like, and I don't want it to be explained, but I'm like, you know, is that enough for it not to affect the performance? Because from an acting standpoint, like from an actor judging a performance in an animated show standpoint, I still don't think the voice really fits the character. But that's one of the few. There's like maybe one other. And Walter Goggins is a great actor and the performance is great if I close my eyes, but I'm just like, I just don't believe this voice coming out of this mouth. Everyone else has been great so far, with the exception of like maybe like one or two side characters. But if you close your eyes. Yo, Jerzo, welcome to my channel. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for stopping in. I found you on Twitter yesterday. I wanted to see you do Final Fantasy XIV, and we should do Final Fantasy XIV. How long have we been yapping? We've been yapping for about an hour, maybe a little over an hour. We should probably jump in. By the way, and by the way, listen, you guys know I'm a lover of good stories, and I'm also super forgiving when it comes to the media I watch. I'm really good at enjoying stuff, so I don't. It's not a criticism really. But yeah, it's just an interesting observation where like, because then you get into the realm of like, if you were to find out, again, speculation, don't spoil it, but like, you know, if you were to find out later and be like, oh, well, it's actually because he had this accident and it dramatically affected his health, which is why he has the scar and the white hair and he's actually dying. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Here's a thought. That should impact his voice. You should play that in the way you deliver the lines. And then maybe if we get a flashback at some point, you can do the younger sound. But like, you know, just maybe you could let that influence the voice a little more than he did. We'll see. Maybe I'll come back in like a season and be like, I get it now. But yeah, this is, and there's like, you know, like I said, one or two others, but by and large, it's been great. It's been great. J.K. Simmons is incredible. The main kid is great. I love Sandra Oh as the mom. At first, I was a little turned off at how she's like so direct. It's like almost not. There's not like she says her lines so quickly that like you almost miss them sometimes. But over the course of like a couple of episodes, she's grown on me, so I'm into her now. Yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. I look forward to more. And I have so many theories. Because obviously, if I've gotten to like episode 4, I've seen some shit. And I'm not going to say what, but I've seen some shit. And let me just say, my imagination is running wild with theories now. I've got like 4 running theories, and I'm waiting to see which one wins or if it's something completely different. There's some characters I can think of. There's one character in RWBY where the voice does not fit at all. Her name is Robin Hills, and Christina V's voice, great actress, by the way, does not fit her at all. Can I say something? I haven't watched enough of RWBY to judge it, but I feel like a lot of the original cast of RWBY, including the main cast of RWBY, at least initially, I haven't watched it much, so maybe in later seasons, at least initially, like leaves a lot to be desired. And I started to get the impression watching that series that like they started to cast around the core group, and they started to cast a lot of really awesome actors around them that are giving like really stunning performances. But I always have, I used to have these, I would frequently have these moments where I'm like, I don't feel like the main cast is connected to the scene. Is that a weird thing to say? I'm trying to be so nice. I'm trying to be so nice right now because they're my fellow actors, and I don't want to call out, I don't want to call out my peers. And sometimes it's direction, sometimes it's writing, you never know. But some of the early stuff, I'm like, I'm not believing you. I feel like I'm listening to people like chatting in a Discord channel rather than like actors telling a story. And I hope it gets better because I know a lot of people love that series. So like it has to be, it has to do something right and it has to get better from there, right? Because a lot of the early stuff, I was like, what am I watching? What am I watching? I don't know. Also, sometimes when things start with lower budgets, you know, like things are like very rough around the edges and it kind of becomes like if it morphs into something that's kind of generation defining, then it does become one of those things where the fans will tell people watching it to be like, you have to sort of suffer through the first 2 seasons and then it gets really good or something. You know, like they'll say things like that, but they'll be like, oh yeah, no, the first season is rough or something. I love Red versus Blue, but I think the thing with Red versus Blue is that Red versus Blue always struck me as like sketch comedy. And so it's okay for it to be scuffed, whereas like Ruby had very high production value. So to hear like scuffed voice work coming out of like a really high production value show was really discordant to me. You know, like it felt like it didn't fit the way like I don't mind like to me like Rooster Teeth like Red versus Blue, like the poor microphone quality is kind of part of the charm. You know, because it almost sounds like you're hearing, you know, like you're hearing their comms and they've got a shitty radio in the helmet and it kind of sounds, you know, it's charming. It's charming. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm very curious. Because I know a lot of people love it. I know a lot of people love it. And I haven't watched enough of it to judge. I have a lot of friends in it. But I do remember that being my first impression. Also, I remember that, I'm sorry, I have a lot of presets and I don't use them lately. I've been doing a lot of just like scrolling in and out, and I'm sure that probably looks super fucking amateur, but I don't know. But also, I remember when Ruby first came out, I didn't realize Ruby was I didn't realize Ruby was a series for like 6 years. Because I remember they when I was still working for Apple, they released a music video for each of the characters. They were essentially like an AMV for each character, and they were awesome. Man, I was sharing that shit with everybody. Like I DM'd every single person I knew to send them the Ruby AMVs. Yeah, anime music video. Like they debuted the series with like 4 music videos themed around the 4 characters. And then I moved on in life. I was like, oh, what a cool thing that they did. And I just moved on in life and I forgot about them. And then it was like years later that someone's like, oh yeah, I've been watching Ruby. And I'm like, oh, you just found the music videos. Aren't they cool? And they're like, music videos? No, I just started season 3. And I'm like, of what? And they're like, of Ruby. And I'm like, they've made how many music videos per season? And they're like, what? They're not music videos. It's an anime, or it's kind of like an anime. And I'm like, Ruby with like an R and a W, or is this a different series? Is it, you're not talking about the Rooster Teeth one. And they're like, yeah, Rooster Teeth. And I'm like, are we talking about the same thing? Yeah, literally like years went by and I didn't realize that it had been turned into a series. Like I thought that they did 4 really cool music videos and then they were done and they moved on. And I just stopped paying attention to Rooster Teeth. And then, you know, we're like 3 or 4 seasons in and I found out that there's like, and that they made a show out of it. And then I started getting, I can't handle Dimmu Borgir. I'm sorry. I used to listen to this exact track all the time and it drives me crazy now. And then I started getting auditions for it. I got a lot of auditions for Ruby when I was in Dallas. I never booked a damn role. Never got to do a damn thing on that show. And it's always hard not to assume it's because I sound weird. But I tried. I got to audition for a handful of things. I like that I got to try. I got so many different characters, and I didn't book a damn one of them. We talking about archaeology here? Yeah. Hundreds of years ago. Anybody still like Avatar: The Last Airbender? As they exist? Yeah, I adore that series. I love Avatar. I love Korra. I've never seen the live action series or the live action movie. Not even for a cameo. I don't know. Who knows? I think I sound weird. I know. I'm sorry. This is my self-esteem talking. I don't know. I don't know. Every class, every coaching session, every workout group I ever do would lead me to believe that I know what I'm doing, but for some reason, I don't. Art is hard, guys. Hollywood's hard. Hollywood. I hope it changes someday. I hope a day comes where suddenly the industry is like, ooh, actually, I like that sound. I like this flavor. Can I get more of this flavor? I have a lot of experiences like that, like shows that have like fucking everyone in it, and then somehow like they forgot me. I remember watching an actor. Okay, this game did not actually have everyone in it, but I remember. Do you guys remember Date Everything? Okay, the cast was big, but it was not everyone, obviously. So it's kind of disingenuous to say this, but I remember watching, like I was scrolling through YouTube, and one of my actor friends posted a video, and they were like, "Why aren't I in Date Everything?" And I'm like, "Ooh, I didn't get to be in Date Everything. This is a brave video to make when like people are gonna watch, you know, people in the industry might watch it, and you have a fairly big profile, you know, you have a pretty big platform. So to be like putting a video on Maine being like, why wasn't I cast in Date Everything? That's really brave." And so I start watching it, and the actor's like, "You know, I've worked on all these things, blah, blah, blah. I've got a really big resume. So you guys make me wondering, where are you in Date Everything? Why aren't you in it? Everyone's in it. Everybody's in it. Why didn't you get to be in it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, see? Same, buddy, same." And then he goes, "Well, I've got a surprise for you. I actually was in it as like this other thing, but it's just not a dateable character. So wink." And I'm sitting there like, bro, so you were in it. I'm like, I'm sitting here watching this video, and I'm like, oh man, kindred spirit. Because I saw, you know, hundreds of people announce this thing, and I'm like, I didn't get to do shit in that game. And it's fine. You know, I'm not like salty about it. But it was because I saw the video that I was like, oh, interesting. And I figured, you know, this is an intelligent person. You know, he's like an accomplished actor. So I figured, like, you know, it might be, you know, here's what I thought going in. I thought, like, you know, maybe it'll be like a perspective thing. And I don't know that I need to hear it, because I feel like, you know, I have a pretty I feel like I have a pretty level head about my career. But, you know, like, I'm like, think maybe it'll be a really interesting video about, like, you know, like as an actor, you know, that it's a really tough industry, you know, and not to compare yourself to others, and to like have a healthy perspective about your career, and about how like every journey, every career is different. You know, we all get our start in different places, and it's really impossible to compare or to hold yourself up to other people and expect that you have to be ticking all the same marks that they do. And I'm expecting it to be like a really like nice, like therapeutic, like perspective video. So to have it pull the rug out from under you and be like, well, actually I was in it. I was like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I've been baited. I know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean it with a grain of salt when I say I feel like I sound weird, but I do feel like I sound weird. No one said it to me in a while, but when I first got my start down in Dallas, like people straight up said it. Not in a mean way, but like the number of classes I took where people would be like, "Oh, that was such a good performance." And then they would say something like, "It's really hard to find a role for you in this kind of work with the kind of voice you have. It's going to be hard to find something that's a good fit for you." I like had like a dozen some odd people, like half a dozen people maybe, be like, say in a very polite way, like, "You're a great actor. You sound weird." I'm like, okay. But my hope has always been that at a certain point, people will suddenly hear what I'm doing and want more of it. And then what I have to do until then is I have to keep trying and never stop swinging. Because the truth of the matter is, in a lot of careers, this isn't just an acting thing. This is for an everything. This is like I'm working in tech trying to get a promotion kind of thing. You know, this is like I'm trying to save up for, trying to get a loan so I can buy a condo thing. This is like I'm hoping to get into a college I really want to get into thing. A lot of the time, the people that get in, the people that make it, it's because of resilience, not talent. Talent's important, but talent is equally as important, if not less important, than resilience. You know, some people get stupid lucky, and so they tilt the scales. You know, like they affect the curve when you see like some like 22-year-old mega famous superstar. But a lot of people, or 17, 18-year-old, whatever. But a lot of people, it's resilience. You know, you just keep swinging, you never stop swinging, and slowly you start to build up something that like you look back on later and you're like, oh, fuck, I've had a career. It didn't feel like it at the time, but over the years, I've actually built something that kind of feels like I had a career, you know? Just pulled a couple of W's on my auto tech homework for tomorrow. Hundreds on both assignments. Yo, let's go. Congratulations, JLC. Fuck yeah. I'm proud of you. You should feel proud of yourself. That's not an easy accomplishment, I imagine. I only ever got hundreds in math. I was not a straight A student. I was great at math until college. I didn't take it in college. But yeah, good for you. Good for you, seriously. Didn't Morgan Freeman get his big break in his 50s? Yeah, I mean, a lot of actors, bare minimum, started finding work in their 30s. Especially male actors, which I kind of have working against me since that doesn't apply to me. But a lot of male actors like got their start like in their 40s earliest. They're like doing nothing and then suddenly they're fucking everywhere, like overnight success in their 40s. So you never fucking know, you know? You never know. I think the thing that's always been a challenge for me is that I have very young energy, but I have texture, which a lot of animation reads as older. And so I kind of live in this very weird middle ground place where like they hear texture and they're like older, but then they hear like an anime boy come out of my mouth and they're like younger. And I feel like that split, like obviously you can solve some of that with, acting. But I do think that split sometimes has not always worked in my favor, that I'm giving like conflicting, I sort of naturally have conflicting vibes. But, that didn't stop fucking Emma Stone from building a career. Am I thinking of the right person? Is that who I'm thinking of? That didn't stop fucking Emma Stone from building a career. That didn't stop Cara Delevingne from starting a career, Husky, textured sounding women are out there. I don't look like Cara Delevingne. But, I'm doing my best with what I got. Let's play some video games. I'm starting to wake up. I started stream so sleepy. I made this amazing, like, pasta caviar. Did you guys watch the video I linked, or did you guys skip out on it? Did you guys deny me? Did you not click the link, or did you watch the video? You did? It looked so good. Yeah. I found this video of like one of those viral recipes on YouTube. I'll show it real quick. It's like 30 seconds long. I have begun to really like this guy's channel. He is great energy. It's like very, there's a lot of ADHD energy happening there, but he also is like he seems like a very talented cook. It was this, if no one saw it. And so I made this. This is the exact reaction I had, by the way. His reaction is exactly how good this is. I love the way he phrases it. Like, this is so much better than you think it is. It is so fucking good. And then it put me in a coma. It put me in a food coma, dude. There was something about, like, once you mix in the Parmesan cheese and the lemon, oh my God. It reminded me of this, this recipe my mom used to make for like an artichoke spaghetti. And I think it was because the citrus from the lemon was kind of like reminding my taste buds of some of the briny taste of the artichoke. So now I'm like, man, I wonder what this would be like if I threw in like some sliced up artichoke. Was it the food, or did you only get 5 hours of sleep again? I got like 7 hours last night, but not on purpose. I set my alarm for 11 a.m. so I could wake up after 5 hours and have a full day, and my body didn't hear the alarm. Is the alarm still on? I definitely didn't snooze the alarm. I didn't snooze the alarm. I apparently slept straight the hell through it and woke up at 1:30. So I got 7 hours of sleep by accident. By accident. God damn it. Let's uninstall the free trial. All right, as usual, I gotta log in real quick. As usual, you are more than welcome to find me. That being said, I would appreciate if you don't fully massacre everything we run into so I can feel like I'm playing the video game. But I had so much fun yesterday, guys. I don't know how long this is gonna last. Who can say, Is this game gonna grip me? Is it not? I gotta tell you something. I looked through a bunch of the cosmetics. The only thing that has me a little worried, I don't love a lot of the cosmetics. I don't know what I'm gonna wear because a lot of the cosmetics don't really do it for me. I'm a very simple girl. I just wanna look tactical. And maybe I'll find something that'll look good. But I had a very surprising amount of fun yesterday considering I went in a little pessimistic. I kept an open mind. We had a great time together. It was so much fun vibing with you guys and running around together. And combat was fun, even though I was only pressing 2 buttons. And so I went to bed last night. I said I was gonna play more. I didn't play more. I kind of just sat around thinking about it. And then oh, Zuff? Okay. Whoa. And then I spent all night thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck, let's run it back today. Let's run it back today. Hey, guys, I'm going to set something up real quick. While we wait so that we can include Hitbacks Jr. in the stream. 1 second. Let me go ahead and set up that Nightbot command. Ba, 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 ba. Let's make a new command. Wild cards? I don't even know what that means. Nope. All right, and we're gonna do a chat message from the streamer. Here we go. And we're gonna have it say the same thing Nightbot does, or sorry, the same thing that my channel does. I'm making this for all of us, all right? Anyone can do this. We're just gonna make sure it has a cooldown, hopefully. I'm making something for you guys, quote unquote. I'm making things. What the fuck does wild cards do? Got it. Sorry, bear with me for just a second. And welcome back from the ads. Why do we even have ads? My thing says ads start in 16 minutes. So why are we spamming ads? Are people getting like pre-rolls or something? Or is my timer broken? Weird. Weird. Okay. Is there a cooldown? Let's do a cooldown of 300 seconds. And let's save it. And then we're gonna do this. Just wait, it gets better. I know you can't see any of this, but that's the fun part. Can I not duplicate? Really? Seriously? You fucking kidding? Okay. Somebody who's not a mod, try exclamation point add and tell me if it works. Nice. Awesome. Oh, I hate that. How do I avoid making me spam it? Jesus Christ. How do we turn that feature off? I don't like that. What? Wait, Zuffins. Zuffins. What are you doing? Oh, you fuckers. How dare you? What does this say? currency, inventory, arguments. Yeah, no, okay, well, fuck. That's a problem. I can't have that. Mix it up. How do I turn off cooldown message on commands, please? Turn off cooldown messages. Settings. Go to settings. Commands. Yes, I'm Googling it. That is me Googling it. That's the sound of furious hamster typing. As I Google it. Settings, commands. Requirement errors, cooldown amount. None? Try it again. It probably won't work, but try it again. If it doesn't work at all, we're great. All right. And again, that was not 5 minutes, was it? Was it 5 minutes? Nice. Okay. We're in good shape. We're in great shape. Love it. What are the odds that was 5 minutes? That can't possibly have been 5 minutes, right? Oh, you think so? Yeah, probably. No, you're probably right. All right. By the way, just so we're clear, just so I can say this, because I adore you guys. I'm not specifically coming for you, hit back. You are totally fine. Aside from the spam. But we do have, like, we don't go through, like, we seriously don't go through a single stream without someone. And some of them, like, if you put the ad emote, that's great. That will let me know. And sometimes, like, then I can choose, do I want to wait? Or if we're just yapping, I'll probably just keep yapping. If it's a game and I can afford to stop, I'll stop. And I'll, like, hit the restroom. Or we'll just, you know, yap for a little bit while we wait for the ad to run out. But sometimes people come in and they're like, oh my God, my eyes are bleeding. I hate, there's too much ads. Fucking ads. Oh my God, there's 10 of them. Oh my God, I'm dying. There's 10 of them. And I'm like, is this your first day on this planet? Like, fucking get over it. I'm gonna be back. Or you can sub. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. Why don't you go piss? You go piss, everybody wins. All right. Hi, let's see what the cooldown is like. Congested, only 33. That's not so bad. By the way, speaking of which, we have an ad starting in 9 minutes. I'm gonna run it right now. I'm running 3 minutes of ads right now while we wait for the queue. Canoe, welcome. I'm so sorry you just got here and it just let me in. Fuck me. I'm going to really quickly hit the button right now because we've only got 9 minutes before it starts. 3 minutes. Hit the restroom if you need to. Grab a snack. Change into something cozy. I'm refilling my water. I will see you in just a second, okay? Oops, sorry. What? 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 Oh, you sons of bitches. How did you find me already? How did you already find me? I see you watering me there. How the fuck did you find me? I just got here. What the hell, man? I just got here. Wait, no, hang on, Sebastian. Fucking sprouts watering sprouts? That ain't right. That ain't right. Sebastian is. I should probably ask, do you mind in-game gifts? I do not mind in-game gifts. I kind of just say spend responsibly. I'm new to the game. So as long as it's not something that's gonna mess you up, by all means. What is this? Hooded fiberglass leather vest. Wait, I'm so curious. Oh, thank you. Lilith, that's so kind. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, what is this outfit? I'm sorry. Wait. What is this? Hold on. Where do I? Yeah, gift responsibly to this little pumpkin because I'm still a baby. But let me see. Oh. And shit. Put your clothes on, woman. Jesus. You know, that looks pretty kind of cool. God damn. That looks very cool. I like it. How far do I have to play in this game to actually unlock the ability to do fashion things? Because I'd very much like to. There's one with an undershirt? What's the undershirt? I'm curious. Oh my God, there's a trade window open. Wait, it's a shark with legs. It's also a cushion. Did you, Angel, thank you. Angel, did you get me a blowhage? A blowhigh? A blowhage? Blowhage? Did you just give me a shark? What? I'm on Sargatana. What is this? I want to see it. Wait, how do you use this? Is this something I have to put in a house that I don't have? You gave me a blowhigh. Oh, adventurous hooded vest. Oh, thank you, Lilith. Let's see what it looks like with an undershirt. I did not, in fact, buy any of the. I didn't spend real life money yet. Okay. I could take it or leave it. I'd probably want to try to dye that undershirt to something else, but I could take it or leave it. It looks very cool either way. I like the touch of red underneath. Okay. We have missions to do, but first, and this is important, when you get an apartment or something, you can. Where should I get an apartment from? Can you get an apartment anywhere? Am I going to screw myself if I get the first apartment I see? Oh my. You're giving me an otter. A broader otter. Raidwin, thank you. Thank you for the otter. I appreciate the otter. Man, now I have a significant otter. Finally, I can tell people that I have a significant otter when I go to parties. All right, let's see. Hang on. No, wait. First things first. I have to see what these look like. I don't want to, like, just accept the minions and then not appreciate them. Give me a second. We have a little vacationing otter. What? Nice. And we have a sheep. It's like Raven. My former housemate, voice actor Brittany Lotta, has a little black runt sheep named Raven. If I can name them, can I name them? I want to name this Raven. If not, we're just going to pretend it's Raven. Black Hayate, I love it though. I love it. How do you feel about the Gil game money donations? I asked because someone gave you $1 million in the first trade. Yeah, they did, didn't they? I don't mind. Just be responsible. Be responsible. I genuinely don't mind. If people want to give me money, that's fine. Just be responsible. Just remember I'm new to this and I may, you never know how long I'm going to stick around. So just be responsible, please. Don't put yourself out because I might, oh my God. Nightingale, thank you. All right, yeah, let's get, Nightingale, that is very sweet, thank you. All right, do we get an apartment? Should we get one here? Is this the main city everyone likes? Like, is this the city? How do we get an apartment? And you can have more than one apartment, right? So let's go find an apartment and then let's do the cosmetic thing and then let's go kill some hamsters. Oh, do you have to go over to the city up there or is there a mist down here somewhere? I don't know that I need a house yet. I genuinely don't think I need a house yet. What can I even get with 4 trillion? What do people buy with 4 trillion gil? All right, let's see. Ethernet. Set home point. Visit another world server. Residential district Ethernet. Go to a specified ward. No, these are houses, right? Where do apartments happen? Any ward. We could get a 3 million gil house. Go to 1, we'll go to 1. Just pick your favorite number, 1, because it's the first one. All right, we are at the mist. Apartments are a building in the housing area. Okay, let's see. I am in the housing area. It's just like in real life. I can find a tiny little cramped apartment to call my own and live just like I do in real life, which is very Spartan. I live a very Spartan, simple life behind the camera. But I do love to cook. I should go bonk Ellie on the head. Is Ellie playing the game? Wait, is Ellie in there right now? Wait a second. Oh, she is. Wait a second. Wait a second. Too loud. I wonder which server she's on. We have to find her at some point. We have to find her at some point. Coral. Oh, did it say it? Wait, how did you see that so fast? It's a spoiler area? It looks like a desert. I didn't take in anything. It's fine. I promise. I saw nothing. I saw nothing. I absorbed nothing. A la carte. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Apartments are where? Uh-oh, people are running in place. I'm worried. We going this way? Okay. What was dinner? I made pasta caviar. I put a video in the Mel feed in my Discord. Oh, there it is. It looks very simple, but I gotta tell you, it was delicious. Was it nutritious? I don't know. There was a little spinach in there and there was chicken broth, but you know. It was really good. Okay, do I have to pay rent on this or is this like a one-time purchase? Let's go to the lobby. Hello, apartment caretaker. Welcome to Top Mass Apartments. Whether you've come with an eye to buy or simply a question to ask, my services are at your disposal. I'd like to purchase an apartment, please. You must first attain level 50. And you must hold the rank of second lieutenant in something. Okay, shit. It is hard to find emotes when I need them. Where is sob? It's not sob. It's cry? It wasn't cry, though. I need to do that. What was the crying one? I was gonna cry. I don't have a cry. Wasn't there another cry? Weep. It was weep. It wasn't weep. I thought I had to. Upset. Sulk. Yeah, no, this is appropriate. This is me. I can't get my house. This is me. God damn it. God damn it. Damn it, I was gonna get an apartment. Does that mean, wait a minute. So help me understand this, by the way. Also, Green Spark and Relgar, welcome to my channel. How's it going? So wait a minute. So, does that mean you can't use cosmetic gear until level 50? Or is there like a public way to do it? There's an inn you get. You can go to an inn. A la carte, wait. It's like deja vu all over again. It's like deja vu all over again. A la carte, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. That's really sweet. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Fuck. Hope you're having an awesome night. You unlock glamour around 15. Cosmetic gear is level 15. All right. Well, you know what? Don't worry about it then, because we're not that far from level 15. I feel so powerful right now. I'm gonna smack someone. It's gonna be you. Out of love. Out of love. I'm pointing at you. Out of love. And a little panic. And a salute. And a twirl. All right, let's get out of here. All right, that's all right though. You know what? It's fine. We are level 9. We're not that far. We're gonna be at 15 in no time. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy. Let me go back to somewhere. Or not. Wait. A mighty level 9 russet. Wait, how do I leave this place? We going down to the docks? Why am I small? Why are you big? You ever stop to think about that? Maybe I'm normal size in a world full of giants. Can I jump in the water? Hey. Oh my God, I can actually jump off the side of something. I'm leaving. I am out of here. I will see you fuckers later. We're going to this island. I can finally jump. I've been wanting to do this the whole game. Hey, no. Oh my God, it's a game. It's a simulation. We've been living in a simulation this entire time. I found the end. If I swim along the side, I might be able to find a door and get out of here. Fuck. They Truman showed me. All right, how the hell do I get out of here? Guys, I need to buy... All right, listen. Guys, hold on a second. Can I spend some money? Am I allowed to spend some money? Can we do this? I need the death pose. I need the death pose. For every time something bad happens, I need play dead. It's just... I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it. Hold on a second. Can I... Is there a way for me to... Let me see if I can do this quickly. I mean password incorrect. Stop it. What the fuck? What the hell? So, thank you for the 5. Yo, so... You don't even have play dead? It's necessary. It's necessary. Oh, come on. Please work. Guys, why is it telling me my password is wrong? I swear my password's not wrong, guys. The site has encountered a technical error. Well, that time it worked. I just don't want to do it on my stream, on my gaming PC. Hold on a second. Bear with me. This is very important, okay? This is like critical. I think it's gonna lock me out. Let's not do this anymore. Why is it? It's literally not working on one PC, but it is working on the other. Maybe I'll just do it here so you guys can't see me. No, it's not. It's not caps lock for some reason. It just straight up isn't working on the other page. I don't get it. Add to cart. It's a different IP. You think it's detecting a slightly different system IP? I wonder. Like, I could change the password later when it's less important, but that's very strange. Okay. I want it to be on this one. Okay. I really don't like doing this on the gaming PC, but it's fine. Oh God, it really wants all my information. Ugh. Why are you making me do this on this PC? This is just asking for problems later. It's like nervously making me put in all of my information on the PC I don't like putting information on. It's right, we will clear cache after this. Hey, TJ, welcome, welcome. And Tiris, welcome. Sorry, we're taking a really quick pause while I engage in commerce. Commerce. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's a little bit of a play dead detour. Oh, game, you're fucking killing me. Now I gotta use the mobile app. I'm like on my 3rd device just to try to get into this account. This pose better be the best pose I've ever seen in my life. No, we don't need Windows V. No, thank you. I gotta say, the fact that you have to do it on the website rather than just doing it through the game using Steam funds is a little bit frustrating. Authorize. It's been completed. Yippee. All right, close, forget, erase, backpedal. Holy shit. That was so convoluted. Now the real question is, am I even gonna be able to get it without logging out? Will it go to a mailbox or something? Oh, you look so cool. I'm so envious of this. I love this walker. I wanna see what it looks like with a Lalafell. Okay, so I have to go back up there. I have to go back up to the north, right? To get out of here? Can I just teleport? Is there a cooldown? No, there's a fee. I'm very, very new to this game. If you guys are just getting here. And Misfits have been very, very kind to me in taking me around and showing me the ropes, but I'm also very new to this. So I am a big dumb when it comes to this game. Mel, born into generational wealth. What the fuck? What? How dare you? Oh, was there an exit guy in the dock? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have the... I still haven't figured out how to get the chat censored. I'll get that done by tomorrow, I promise. Whew. Okay, we're back. We're gonna leave through here? No, we're gonna leave through the crystal. No. Yes? No. Yes? Whoop. Do I just walk out the front door? And does that take me back to the city? I feel like such an idiot. Go to a... Leave the district. What the... All right, it's okay, because you know what's over here? A mailbox. Watch this. Watch this, though. Watch this, though. Am I gonna get... I might get a friendship hat, too, because we used Rose's code. Are you the mailbox, the delivery Moogle? Greetings, tall one. I'm a delivery Moogle. Am I really that tall by comparison? I guess by comparison with the Moogle. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? Why, indeed, if I had my way, I'd be curled up under a canopy of a nice oak dreaming about some beautiful Mooglet with a rainbow-colored pom-pom. Okay, Moogles fuck, apparently. But no, the moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all of the terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor, the wingless people of Eorzea had no way of communicating with each other, beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of, Kupo. Anyway, let's look at the letters. Nothing, 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 tra-la-la. Guys, it's empty. Including the friendship circlet from yesterday. Which is a little strange. It's the hard middle button. There's a button there that lets you refresh. This? Send a request to have recently acquired special items delivered immediately. Sending request. Oh. Well, bugger. Then wait 30 seconds. Okay. I'm kind of surprised that I don't get the, because we did last night, I think we did the referral code. So I would have thought that I would have gotten the little friendship circlet thing by now. Well, oops. Oh, well. You sure you don't have to reload? You should have the recruit a friend stuff already in there. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Will I? Okay. Oh, does it? Okay. Bugger. Okay, can I make the link thing? I still don't have access to link shells. All right. No link shell yet either. So. Where are we off to? Deliver the blunt sailor's knife? This is okay. We actually had to come here, I think. Or did we? It's the one under link shell? Cross-world link shells. I'm gonna make one. Select a name for your cross-world link shell. Misfits! Bam. Nice. Will this become its own chat tab? Can I add this as a chat tab? Yes, I can. So does that mean that becomes all I see? Like, is this in... How do I know that it's in... Do I have to do /1? Pick the little setting icon. Oh, so I can just have that be... Okay, so we have battle event. 4 is log 4. How do I... Let me add, and we'll call it Misfits. And that is going to be this one. Not Cloud Strife. Oh wait, no, that's an example. Never mind. That's an example. Don't worry about it. Okay. So Misfits should be bam. And in theory, you guys can join this or something? Is this something that you all have access to, or do I have to invite people? I have to invite. Sure. Yeah, no problem. We can so do that. Maybe. Open channel log settings. Just gonna display in Misfits. No, general in Misfits. Did I get mail? Okay, where are you looking? How do you know? Where do you see that I got mail? Where's the red letter? The sound effect, okay. Got it. I am so sorry that this is taking so long. I'm feeling like a dunce. Okay. Open communication. Open channel log settings. So I can display the text color. I'm gonna invite Rose. And who's been around me? I'm gonna invite, how about this? I will invite the people that I've recently had interactions with real quick. Just because I remember your names. And if you guys can walk me through how to set it so that you can invite other people, then I will leave it to you guys. I move faster than the game wants me to move. Look top right, you can see a letter icon next to the world name. I see it. I see it. Okay. What do I have to do? Bam! What do I have to do to make it so that that you guys can just invite? Do I have to do something special? Or can you guys just invite, like, by default? You think it's in settings somewhere? Okay. Let's do a quick Google search. How to set cross-world link shells so other people can invite. Select a player and assign them the ability to invite others. Got it. Go. I assume that means leader. Go, be a leader. Rose, be a leader. Like that, I think. Who is Valia? Amelia, be a leader. All right. I'll leave it to you guys for now, just to save sanity. We did it, and also you look very cute with the pink hoodie. I really appreciate that, Angel. Okay, what's the mail got for me? Thank you for playing Final Fantasy. Enclosed is my Play Dead, baby. A fitting end. All right, Play Dead. We are gonna set this to favorites. And in fact, we're just gonna move it down to the bar. I gotta say though, I saw the male Lalafell one, and the fact that he falls face down, ass up is hilarious. And it breaks my heart that I can't be face down, ass up. But I do appreciate this. It's very Zelda, isn't it? Just like imagine the old school classic sound. Bum 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 bum. All right, let's get the hell out of here. We are going where? We're going this way. Where do I? Okay, wait a minute. Hold, please. Where the fuck is this quest? Oh god, it's down there. Can I warp there? Summerford Farms for 174 gil. Is there a crystal nearby, or should I just pay the gil? I should just pay the gil, right? That's part of why you guys gave me gifts, so I could just pay the gil, right? I'm gonna warp to Summerford Farms. Do you guys just warp, like, once you guys have been playing the game for a while, do you guys just warp everywhere? Like, do you just, like, fuck it, you pay the gil, you just warp? Okay. I feel better. That's gonna help a lot, then. Hello, Stalewern. Right glad am I to see you safely returned. Me lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like all seven hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I'd sent you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I hate to think of you risked your life for naught. You have a chocobo in a spacesuit. You have a chocobo in a spacesuit. There's a lore reason why it costs gil to TP. What the fuck could that possibly be? Well, it's taxes, obviously. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. Sure. Nope. Nope. Wait, there's a button. Someone said there was a quick button. Where's the quick button? Okay, I can right-click it, but where's the quick button? Someone said there was a quick handover button. Oh, okay. That was not what I expected, but you know what? That's close enough. Yeah, that's fine. Huh. A blade pulled from the back of the creature you slew at the cave, huh? I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farmhands back to the life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep and set a maddened goobu goober upon you. Aye, the pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. Hey Dave, what's happening? Welcome to my channel, how's it going? You met someone else at the grotto. A woman with a strange contraption. Ah, Yshtola. Is that how you say it? Yshtola? Yshtola. Has a very Russian feel to it. Yshtola. Petrovius. No pronunciation of the Y, it's just Shtola. She's been in Limsa Lominsa for a good while now. Her studies of the Aether often bring her out to Summerford. so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I'll grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word on that. Where trust should be lacking is in those. Where trust should be lacking is in those. Okay, don't trust the yeoman. You have my thanks. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in far worse state. Would be in the shit, I promise you. Just so you keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa the brighter future she deserves. Ether or potion? Let's do potion. Yippee! You have another one. That's sea sloth Severin and his lot, never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then rapscallions would never learn. I'm sorry, I'm so small. Round them up and take them and let them know Stelmern would like a word. And don't take no for an answer. All right, let's go kick the ass of his team members. We're kicking everyone's ass today. Hey. Fuck you. This might not be the guy I'm supposed to talk to. Nope, I don't think this is the guy I'm supposed to talk to. It sure looks like it. Who's down there? How about you? There's someone down there. Hey, asshole! Work! Ha! Can't work when me hands are full lifting this mug. You know, I'd wager me last gill you never guess what I'm drinking. I think you're about to drink... What do you think is in his mug? Swill water. Well, you're right about the swill part. I reckon it might be worth a day of doing Stalwern's chores if it'll afford me a taste of proper grog. Wait, that got him to go to work? I just had to guess what he was drinking, and he's like, okay, I'll go clock in. That was it? Okay. Okay. Rose says I literally have to focus target you not to lose you. Let me increase my chat real quick. I can barely read what's going on in chat. I'm so sorry. I am so small, okay? I can't help the way I was born. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That didn't work. What the... No, it's not the size of the window it matters. It's how you use it. Is there a rig? Okay. Is it a different one? Is it not this one? I'm sorry. Do you just not change sizes? Oh, okay. General does it, even though it's technically for Misfits. Oh, because no, I was on the Misfits tab. What the hell? Okay. I gotta do one more thing real quick. Who am I clicking on? Nightgale, where's your health bar? Okay. We gotta change this. This thing right here has gotta come down here. Don't ask. It's just a thing I do. I need it to be down here or I'm gonna lose my mind. 1 second while I adjust. I've got a very particular style of setup I like to use. I wish I could make the bar thicker. I wish there was... Is there a way to make it thicker? No, you can just scale it. I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Kingdom Hearts. I'm playing Kingdom Hearts, obviously. Okay, here's my problem with this. The fact that it only scales means that it is just the widest fucking health bar in the world. Is there a way to shrink the width of it? Or is it only ever that scale? Woof. Okay, that's fine, I guess. It's okay. We'll survive. Good Lord. Let's leave it like that for now then. And you know what? That is probably fine like that. Let's save and see what that looks like. You know, it's not terrible. I don't love how wide it is the problem, because then the target of target is like all the way over there. I don't love that. You can change it to display HP in number or percentage. Maybe we'll stage it down like one more. We'll go down to like 110 maybe. It's still not great, but it's not, I can deal with that. It's fine. It's fine. I think. Maybe. Maybe. Perchance. This is very important. I appreciate your patience with me, Misfits. We'll stick with that for now. All right, let's fucking roll. We've got more people to beat up. Somewhere. Somewhere down there. Do I plan to stick with Marauder, or do I have a job you want to swap to down the line? I want to tank, so I am probably going to go for a Warrior after Marauder. I am a tank at heart. I live, breathe, eat, drink, fuck, tanking all day, every day. Severin, you're the old man's errand girl now? Tell my dear old captain not to wet his britches. I'll be along. Oh, and just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rode in on and ride on out. She's going for the easy tank. Is that a judgment? What? I'm sorry, is that anti-warrior discrimination? What the what do you mean the easy tank? I just like the fact that it had self-healing, which means you could do more solo stuff with it. And I like the idea of the big heavy axe. But most importantly, I liked the spell effects. My gut instinct was gonna be to go for sword and shield, but can I be completely honest with you guys? I don't like the spell effects of Paladin. I'd rather be a physical class. Like, there's just a little too much flashy magic happening with Paladin. I don't really like any of them perfectly, but Warrior feels like the closest personality fit to me. Not to mention, tons of red spell effects. So it feels like it's on brand. Hey, Teller Scribe, how's it going? Axes were made for splitting skulls, not stumps. You know what I did in my sailing days? Wanton slaughter? You bet your bosom I did, lass. Aye, those were the days. I reckon now I'll be satisfied taking my axe to the trees. I ain't doing anything because it's easy. I just thought that it looked the coolest. I will say this, though. You know what? I'll give you this much. I don't need to be playing piano to play this game, so if it has a slightly easier rotation than it sounds like Dark Knight has, I don't actually mind. So Stalewern sent you, and what do you reckon I say to that? Work is for the weak and witless? Damn right. Didn't get where I am by taking guff from any glorified gardeners. But I suppose I could see what he wants and get him off my back. Can you lock the, let me put this here for now. Can you lock the, fuck. God damn it. Can you lock the quest bar in this game, like the dialogue box, or does it always move around everywhere? There's probably a way to like perma-lock it, right? It is someone around here. Who the fuck is slacking off around here? In theory, it's someone like right here. Oh, there you are. I see you. I couldn't even find my own people, they're so small. Why are we so small? We are shorter than the blades of grass. God damn. That is such a cool axe, Neris. I'm so jealous. I have been told, I've heard a rumor that there are certain places in this game that you can only go if you're a Lala. Is that true? That there are like small places that you can't fit into if you're not my size? Can you shrink yourself down as any other race? Like, are there spells or like items you can use to get in there? All but Severin is accounted for. Okay. Sorry if I'm not reading that particular quest. I'm trying to save my voice a little bit. But all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some like you who can be trusted, but there are others. I've had no choice but to rely on the charlatan Severin, even though I'm fully aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I've heard tell of improper trading with goblins. I wouldn't be the least surprised if that were happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me, Mel. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. All right, we fly. Doomy, welcome to my channel. How's it going? Shorter than a blade of grass, all the better to surprise your enemies from. Lalafels are the huntress in the dark. I am the eyes staring at you in the night. I am the dagger in the dark that slices your ankles. I am the tiny feet pitter-pattering down the halls, bloody from the slaughter. Lalavel canonically have the ability to weaponize themselves by jumping into their targets head first. Oh, then I'm gonna make a perfect tank. I put a big spike on the end of my helmet, jump right into their stomach, slice them through. Bloody hells, I'm up the straight without a paddle. I'm casting doubt on his actions. What is this now? Sailorn sent you for the oranges? Huh. So the old bugger had known all this time. Ugh, what does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of the goody-goody adventure types, right? Go rescue me mates from the double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Yeah, fine. Hey! Wybella, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thanks for the 26 months. All right, we've got to go rescue our friends. We're gonna get through this realm reborn if it kills us. Yo, your gauntlets are amazing. Man, envious of the pugilists. Oh! I got something for you. That was it? That's what captured you guys? That was it. Okay. I love that in theory, I'm like untying them, but they all kind of look like they're just hanging out. Severin sold us down the river. Those are healer gloves? They're so big. Is it a weapon? If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. Is it a weapon or are they just like really thick cosmetic gloves? All right. It's a mossless Gubu. I'm gonna fuck him up. Ha! I can now accept the next weight. Oh, wait. Oh, I leveled. I can do my next job quest. Hell yeah. Beast gauge unlocked. What the fuck was that sound? The symbol indicates the defensive stance Defiance is in effect, which increases enmity. That is a horrifying sound. But it's okay. I do the same one. Listen. Nope, not that one. Nope. Nope. There it is. Beast gauge. Can we make this a little bigger? I kind of feel like this should be in the middle somewhere, right? Like it should be living, like... Although, does it do anything other than change your stance? Does it just tell you what your stance is? Or is it a button? Later it gets a gauge. Got it. Okay. So for right now, we can make it 60% and put it right next to my healing bar or something. What does that look like? I mean, I guess. I think my biggest, honestly, my biggest, the biggest thing that leaves something to be desired right now in terms of this UI is just my inability to have thicker bars. Like, I don't like the scale option. I want it to be thicker. That's what I'm really aching for right now. I just want it to be thicker. That's so much to ask. Okay, I've got another question. And I'm sorry for all the questions. Can I set the buffs to appear above the bar instead of below? Is that an option you can set? Or is that also kind of rigid? You think so? All right, let's figure out how to do that. Buffs can go anywhere. Because right now they're like built into the target bar. So not my buffs, I'm sorry. The buffs on my target that are like below the target bar on the bottom left, can I put them above the target bar? If I want to have things down there, or do they have to live underneath the target bar? I don't know if I need this to be down there. On the target, you're not sure. Okay. Okay, it's not the end of the world. All right, cross hotbar. Get some of this stuff needs to get out of here for now. It's fine. We'll move it later. So this can live here. We will make it 80%, maybe? No, we're keeping it 60%. And this can live. And the target of target is always on the right. Oh, really? You can break it up in the options on the target bar in HUD layout. Hang on a second. HUD layout. HUD, I can type HUD layout. That is exactly where I was. Choose target bar and UI element settings. Display target info independently. Wait a minute. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. This just got great. Okay, wait. This is, oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Someone needs a buff. I need to give somebody a buff. Who has like a long buff? You have a buff. You have jog. Cool, I can work with you. Oh my God, this is so great. This is the best day. This is the best day. This is the best day. So the HP bar. Let's do that for now. We'll put this like, let's do 100%. Oh man. All right. I know I'm obsessing over something that's like not me playing the game, but bear with me. Okay. And then your target status and target info. Progress bar, status. So can I make this like 140? Is that this? I don't know what a target progress bar looks like. If I'm targeting myself, is target self a thing? Self-target? No. Can I just click on myself? Yes, I can. Target Lilith? Where's Lilith? All right. Is this like if you cast a spell? It got disabled. Okay. So I've got target info bar, progress bar, display element. Understood. So now this is going to be your cast bar. Do you have something you can cast, Lilith? Understood. Okay. Does anyone have anything they can cast that they can spam? I wish that there was just like a sample of it. Sorry if my model is not working properly. I'm like shrimping in front of my computer right now to try to get this right. A lot of these don't have cast bars. Why do these not have cast bars? Okay, one more. I think I might have it. I might have it. Hard to say. Hard to say. I feel like this breaks the moment the name is longer, so I should probably actually consider putting it underneath. I should probably put it underneath in case the name is longer, shouldn't I? Because if the name is longer, it's going to cut into the cast bar. Yeah, I'm realizing that now. All right, let's leave that for now. And then the last thing is target info status. Is that buffs? So that is target info status. Okay. So who has a buff? Who has like a jogging buff or something? Do I have a jogging buff? Oh, you have a buff. You have a buff. Okay, I'm learning things. I'm learning I may need to move everything up a little bit more in order to actually have it. Yeah, fuck me. Okay. But I can put this above, right? So this could actually live up here somewhere, like above the name. I don't hate that. Let's leave that for now, and we'll see how it feels once I've been using it. I don't mind that. That doesn't look half bad. I don't... Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think it should be further to the left. But I wish I could just plug in numbers. It drives me crazy that I can't just plug in numbers, so that I can't just like nudge it over so I know it's like exactly 10 nudges. Someone was saying that you might be able to do that with a numpad if I had a numpad. Like if I put up like an on-screen keyboard. Can I use the on-screen keyboard? Like, can we do it with something like, does it work with this? Nope. Does it work with this? Nope. Does it work with fucking... I don't know. Please. I just want it to I just want it to nudge. Does it nudge while it's turning? No, it's not doing anything down there. Can you nudge elements of the HUD? FF14, can you nudge HUD elements? By 1 pixel at a time while in HUD layout on PC, use the numpad arrows, 2, 4, 6, and 8. That's what I'm pressing. That's what I was pressing. You doofuses. Isn't that what this is? Can you? Does that work? Ooh, it does. You know what? That helps decently. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Is it click and shift? Yes. That helps a little bit. That might actually help get me there. I know, live keyboard view. You can see all of my, nope, never mind. Never mind. Is it the Alt arrow keys? I feel like it should just be in the settings somewhere. Like, is it like in system configuration, like keybinds, and I just don't realize it? Hotbar. Because people have had a lot of suggestions and none of them work, so I'm wondering if like I need to actually toggle it somehow. People also said that you might be able to do it with the gamepad. Does my controller work in this? My controller does not work in this. Setting up the HUD the way you want blows in this game. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard. Map the controller to D-pad or something. Someone said that they remapped it. I rebound them to Alt and arrow keys. How do you rebound them? Rebind HUD nudge? That's a hell of a search. If arrow keys don't work, rebind them under keybinds, system. Whoa. Move cursor, up, down, left, right. Oh my God, holy shit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're gonna use the number keys. We might be so back. We might be so fucking back. We might be so fucking back right now. Can I? Oh, fuck yes. All right. We are gonna count like we've never counted before. 30. And now for the casting bar. Nice. And now for the target info. That might possibly, maybe, just maybe, have fixed the issue and got it where I want it. I might be okay with that. I might be okay with that. This is truly the content you're all here for. I know. I'm confident this is why you're all here on this channel. It's to watch me do this bullshit. Oh my God. Look at that beautiful UI. I'm gonna cry the moment I have more than those buttons. We're gonna make it work though. We're gonna find ways. We'll slowly move it up. Pixel precise. Unironically real gamer moment. Oh Lord help me. Do I still want my own buffs? I don't know. Where are my own buffs? Wait, they're up there? What the fuck? What do I have this one set to? 120? Can I be super basic and pretend it's World of Warcraft? Would you guys hate me if I did that? No, I shouldn't do that, should I? I shouldn't do that because I need to actually keep track of this shit, and I don't have rogue power bars in this game. Can they only be squares, or can they be status bars? Is that possible? Can you use status bars, like, that tick down? Or is it only the icons? Only icons? Okay. Ballpark it for me, Misfits. Also, RS Fighter, welcome. Everyone else that's joined in recently while I was hyper fixated on my UI, welcome. Ballpark it for me if you don't mind. At any given moment when you're, I don't know, in a raid, how many buffs do you have? Do you have 8? Do you have 30? In a burst window, probably like 10. Okay. On average, 5. I'm gonna leave it down there for now, but we'll decide later if I hate it. All right. I am so sorry, but you know what? There's a quest we can do. Let's fucking get in there. We gotta kill some sheep, I think. Nope. We're protecting some sheep. Nope, I can read. No, we're killing some sheep. Or are we? Oh. Oh, wow.